Race fans, good evening and a very warm 3x2 welcome to Mexico City. We were just here 2 months ago, but the stakes are higher tonight as the 2026 OSCA Rio Grande Mexican Grill Cup Series. What a fitting sponsor for that tonight. We tackle the Autódromo Hermanos Rodríguez, this time on the unforgiving oval stadium layout. You see it right there on your screen. It's half oval, half road course, kind of, sort of. It's the last few corners of the F1 track there, the stadium section. So it'll be an interesting one here tonight. And it is our second and final triple header of the season. Just 3 events remaining on the calendar. Our contenders for the chase for the championship will be set after tonight. A doubleheader at Gateway and a feature-length race at Iowa will determine the 12th Premier Series champion in OSCA history. And coming off a heavy-hearted, somber week in Charlotte, Ty McIntosh and Austin Beers split the checker flags there. And this is our point standings after that event. Eric Ziegel, he's your leader tonight. He's actually not going to be here. 4-time winner. He's actually doing real life stuff tonight, so not going to be at the event. So that's gonna pretty much give it to one of McIntosh, Beers, or Gore. And with Darren Staff back there kind of with a outside shot, I think he could also get some points tonight. It's 3 races, so lots of opportunities to gain points tonight, and it's bit of a mix of road course and oval, so really don't know what's going to happen. Team points over there on the right, much the same as it's been all season with Redux Racing leading TFM and RK Motorsports. We have 40 seconds left in qualifying, and maybe the shock of no one, it's Daniel Gore out in front with a 43.007 lap time. He has just actually bettered that to a 42.910. Kyan Jones currently second there with a 43.299. So we'll call that about 0.3 or 0.4 of a second. I think it is now, Carlos. Already having math problems here, but there is Ty McIntosh on the screen in the Kyle Busch tribute machine that I believe he will be running the rest of the season. And if you have been living under a rock, the somberness of last weekend at Charlotte was due to that. We lost Kyle Busch, obviously, which, I mean, still just kind of feels like a bit of a shock to say in a sense. But we do have a grid for you. We're going to go ahead and roll the old style grid up because we have a standing start. So we're going to be getting going green here pretty shortly. But there you go. Daniel Gore, he's got the pole with a 40. Well, it's 909 on here, but a 42.910 registered by iRacing. So like we said, it's about 0.4 of a second. 388 is the exact number of Kyan Jones. Ty McIntosh third. James Watson in fourth. We know he knows his way around this track. Austin Beers there in 5th. Darren Staff 6th. Gilberto Javier Gamera 7th. Dave Carpenter 8th. Ty Alcas 9th. Ray Bracey in 10th. Zach Evans 11th. 12th is Aaron Evans. Lucky 13th tonight will be Adam Peeler. 14th is Dallas Mayan. 15th, Dylan Thomas. 16th, Thomas Capuano, last driver to set a time. 17th will be Neil Wright, and then AJ Vasseur, the newly crowned ARCA Series champion here in OSCA. He will line up in position number 18. So I believe this is one of his first starts, first 2 or so. I think he might have made one earlier in the season, but will be a bit of a trial by fire here at this little, I'd call it a true oval. It's half oval, half road course, and I would not expect to see a clean stadium section there. By stadium section, I mean the last few corners there. That F1 section, F1 fans will know that section because, well, they got chaos there. But 15 seconds left here. Standing start, not something you see a lot in stock cars, but we're going to do it here in OSCA, and it's going to be fun. Somebody always kind of messes it up and gets it wrong, but 3, 2, 1. Wish we had lights like they do in F1 because they would be going off right now. I believe we are waiting for that. And there we go. The flagman has displayed the green flag. We are underway here at Mexico City. It's going to be the right turn oval the first few corners and the battle for the lead. We're trying to get it from Daniel Gore until before he gets into the road course section. We know that's where he's going to be strongest here, but for second place, Kynan Jones gets it over Ty McIntosh. Here comes James Watson, bit of a dive into the stadium. Not going to work for him. Kynan Jones very wide. Not gonna, he's gonna have to slot in right behind the 69. I think we are clean and green through the stadium section so far. Bit of trouble there for Dylan Thomas. He got it a bit wrong, but did not spin the car around. Got it back underway. Here is position number 11 on backed up at the front here. James Watson's got a bit of a problem on his hand. That is the 45 of Darren Staff. I think Darren Staff is going to get the run off here. He's got preferred gear down the backstretch. That's what we'll call it here. Hard braking zone. Oh, Darren Staff's gonna get it wrong there and lose 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 spots if Gilly gets around him. I think he's going to 3 wide into the stadium here. That is not what you want to have happen if you're Aaron Evans or Ray Bracey there, but somehow, some way, they survive it and get around to the other side. Dave Carpenter with the net gain of 1 position there, and he was the one that initiated the 3 wide, so worked out pretty well for him. Lead up at the front, 0.8 of a second between Gore and Jones, and we're spread out up there just a little bit. Bit of a wad of cars here behind Austin Beers, James Watson and Ty Alkus right there. Ooh, a little bit sideways there is the 7 of Ray Bracey. Those rear tires are not going to like that later on here. And Ty Alkus with a bit of a move here into the hairpin. Got to get quarter numbers here on my sheet or something because that might be a bit helpful here. But Ty Alkus way out wide. I think he needs it too. Quarter numbers would not help him. He is way out there on the wall of the old Peralta. Going to go way out wide and can give the fans a high five. Here's the problem for Zach Evans. He's going to have to back it up and get it going around here. We'll see what the replay has to say for old number 6 here. Other side of the stadium section. I think that might have been just too much beans there, Carlos.
Hate to say
nosed into the wall there, and away he goes. We have a scrap up here for the 4th position, I believe it is. Austin Beers is... He's got a bit of a line behind him of cars, and that usually means they're faster than him, but Austin Beers, not the easiest driver to pass here in the OSCA Cup Series. James Watson looking around the outside, but that's not going to work here at the Mexico City Roval, and into turn number 1. Right turning oval, of course. We were left turning last time we were here at the true oval, so a couple of big differences here between the last time we were here, but huge lead between the top 3 and this 4th place on a back battle. You can see the intervals there at the left side of the screen. 7 seconds behind the leader. They are. This is your leader. Driving the, I believe this was Kevin Harvick back in the 05 Busch Series race. I believe that's the inspiration of the oh, couldn't say that word, the design. And the first, of course, first race outside of the USA, I believe, in the International Series. That 05 Busch race was a pretty big deal, and I remember actually watching it live, so pretty cool event there. And one of the cars in that event is leading the race. How fitting, but battle for a second here. Kynan Jones, Ty McIntosh. McIntosh has that 3rd position. He wants 2nd from the 85. Trying to get around him. Heard from Ty that he had a lot of confidence in his car and coming into tonight. And as we know, with the fact that the points leader Ziegel's not here, I believe the battle for that regular season championship is going to be between Ty McIntosh and Daniel Gore. So an event that he would love to have some speed at, and sure enough, he does. Would love to have a little bit more, and I think he does have a little bit more than Kynan Jones here. Kind of going very wide. Oh,
brother,
Ty, problem.
my brother in Christ.
That's not where you want to. That's not where you want to go. He's gonna have to Gonna have to pull a bit of a rowdy here and back it up. Gotta let everyone go.
Someone needs to let Ty know that is all Cam's fault.
Well, I'm not sure there, Carlos. Let's check the replay and see what happens there. Going into the stadium section, just really, I don't think the rear was kind of under him through the whole section there, and yeah, it finally went away. And I'm gonna say, I'm not sure if that was a commentator's curse. We were on board with him, but I was not necessarily
literally happened after you said it.
I don't know.
We've seen your power last week.
Yeah, we did see the power last week. I don't know if I can take credit for that one, but unfortunate nonetheless. From P3 back to P12, 18 seconds back of the lead, and I don't expect that we will see any scheduled pit stops, at least. I believe that they can make it on fuel in all three halves. Well, trios. Last race we had with 3 races, that was a problem all week.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong person.
Or all race. Yep, here's Aaron Evans with a couple of cameras here. The Aaron cam and the foot cam, which, well, we're getting that for free, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Cool through the stadium section here. It's fun. I mean, it might be obvious to some, but that did used to be a baseball stadium. And I don't know when the last time, I think they have played baseball recently, about 2016-ish, so 10 years ago. I think it was around the last time. I think when they redid the track for F1 is kind of when they stopped doing stuff there, because, you know, fun and F1 don't necessarily go together that well, but we are on board here with Aaron, and he might be having some fun back here in the 7th position. Has a couple of pretty fast cars in front of him, actually, there, and James Watson and Darren Staff, and he's not really falling off. I'd say he's hanging with them pretty well. Of course, having run some races with the Redux Racing Endurance team, that's a pretty good group of drivers to learn how to do the righties and lefties from. But would like to welcome Nori and Thrasher into the chat. Yes, Thrasher acknowledging the commentator's curse as well. Somewhat unfortunate, but Ty has already made a couple of passes. He is up into the 10th position now, trying to get around Dallas Mayan here in 9th. And we have seen these two have a couple of run-ins throughout the season, but hopefully they will keep it clean here. Ty going for the inside move, and I think that's going to be pretty elementary there for the 10, and around he goes. So only 21 seconds behind the leader now, and you will notice that is quite a bit more than he was the last time I gave you the interval. It was 18. So number 69 of Daniel Gore, he's doing what we typically see of him at a road course, and scooting away. One lap. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And it might be a little bit obvious. We had a bit of a technical issue there. Windows Update wanted to update the update right now, and we lost our whole entire feed. But we still had the video going, so that was good. We have our backup telemetry up, and we'll have everything going for you shortly. But 6 laps to go here in heat number 1, and you haven't missed a whole lot at the front. Daniel Gore's got a 14-second lead over Kynan Jones. Austin Beers has been catching the 85 just a little bit here and there, but the gap right now too much to do anything with for the driver of the 19. Big mover of the field has been Ty McIntosh. Of course, he had that spin earlier in the race, lost all those positions back to about 12th, and he has driven his way back up to, well, he's fighting with Darren Staff there for the 5th position, so that's probably our best battle on the track currently. And we'll keep an eye on that battle for a second if that starts to heat up, but Ty McIntosh definitely on a mission. We heard him last week. He was pretty torn up by the news about Kyle Busch's passing, and I mean, heck, who wouldn't be in the whole world? You loved him, you hated him, and no matter what, you respected him, and that's what it was really all about. But we heard that how much Kyle Busch impacted him and his fandom for the sport last week when he won half one at Charlotte. And I mean, how fitting. We were at Charlotte this last weekend, and Daniel Suarez with the big win in the Coke 600, which was unfortunately rain shortened by about, what, 30 or so laps or somewhere thereabouts. But still a pretty good race, and just what a miserable weekend, though, for the rain in Indy and in Charlotte. I think F1 went pretty well up in Montreal, but just one of those weekends that you will always remember but want to forget for lots of different reasons there. But 3 laps to go here in half number 1. Daniel Gore pretty much has locked it up if he can keep the car in one piece. He's already having tea time and celebrating the victory, I'm sure, but this battle for the 5th position has raged on, and here is Ty trying to get around the outside. I wouldn't try to say he's trying to get around the outside, but trying to use that outside runoff there to get a little bit of a run there in that number 10, but not going to be able to get it this time by through the oval sections of turns 1 and 2 here. Hard braking here into turn 3, and both of them going pretty wide over those bumps. Or that curve is pretty big, so I think a lot of these drivers are just deciding to take the runoff and go around it, which might be a little bit more comfortable. But you can see some differences in the driving styles here. 2 laps to go. Ty trying to do everything he can to get these last few points from the driver of the 45. Darren Staff has done a pretty good job. Ran around this position already. Started 6th in 5th currently, but we know Ty is... He started up there in the top 3 and has the speed, made the mistake, and has to get himself back up into the fight. Down the backstretch for the final time. White flag is out for Daniel Gore. He's on his final lap in turns 1 and 2. Everybody else has to get there. He's 15 seconds ahead. Excuse me, I believe that is now 16 seconds ahead of the next car there. Into turn number 3. A couple more clean corners, and it's going to be another win on the season for Daniel Gore. He's trying to get that regular season championship, and what a better way to do it than a victory here at the first of this triple header here in Mexico City. He showed everybody he knows how to do it here on the oval and the road course, and through the final corner, he's going to slow down and creep across the line.
Battle for second.
Still a battle for second. It is raging on. Big move for Beers. Oh, they're going to wreck in the last corner. Austin Beers is going to shift it into reverse. I think he might be able to get that across the line, but Kynan Jones, yep, he gets the 2nd position. Here is Darren Staff. Big issue for him. Loses the 5th position, I believe, right at the end there. Might have lost 6 as well for Darren, and he's going to spin it out there, and
he still doesn't cross.
Join the 19 of Austin Beers.
Oh, no, he did.
What a wild last lap there for a few different reasons, but Daniel Gore, no issues for him, no wildness for him. 17.2 seconds was the official gap there at the end.
Now, I believe we should be back, pending any last-second updates from Microsoft, from Windows 11. I gotta say, this is the first time I've had that issue. I've seen it before, and I've experienced it before outside of broadcasting, but I've never had it where Windows is like, hey, you update now. At least not since the Windows, like, 7 days.
It's pretty wild. I mean, yeah, I mean, modern systems with like the whole like active hours stuff and all that business should really be like not doing that. So I'm not really sure.
And a reset
Go
to
through the Heat 1
previous
results.
values. So excuse me as I gotta change a couple things like the name of the race and the highlighted drivers, so I apologize for that.
Here's your Heat 1 results real quick before we get Heat 2 going. No break between these two. So is Gore, Jones, Spears, Watson, McIntosh for top 5. Alcas, Staff, Bracy, Evans, Myhan, top 10. Capuano, Javier, Gamera, I believe everyone below here might be gone. I think, well, Peeler is gone. Evans, he's still here. AJ Vassier, I believe he is also still here. Yes, he is. Dylan Thomas, I believe he's gone. No Wright might be gone. And that seems to be that. So, yep, 10-car invert for half number 2, meaning that Dallas Mayan is going to be your pole sitter. Aaron Evans second, Ray Bracy
30
third, Aaron
seconds.
Staff 4th, Ty Alcas 5th. And that will throw Daniel Gore, of course, back to the 10th position, meaning he will have a few cars to pass here in these next 32 laps, but I'm sure he will find a way to get through all of them. Of course, standing start again here for half number 2, just as it was for half number 1. So Dallas Myhan on the right side of your screen. He will be the one that will be taking us down into turn 1.
Any second
Aaron
now,
Evans
guys.
gets his wheels straight. Green flag out. Aaron Evans has the wheels cranked. He got it straightened pretty quickly there, but good start for the driver of the 78. Bad start there for the driver of the 45. Darren Staff losing a couple, 2-3 positions, I think.
Alcas got a black flag.
Alcas black flag. Interesting.
Oh, contact!
Aaron Evans at the back of Alcas, and that almost was a 3-car chain
Domino
type
effect.
thing there, and here is James Watson on Aaron Evans. That was he was hobbling over those curbs. Here comes Aaron Evans hobbling back over those curbs. Not a lot of room here on this end of the track, but like Ty McIntosh, the big winner on the lap right now. Daniel Gore still back there in 9th. Ty McIntosh already up to 3rd position. Dallas Mayan has kept the lead on the first lap. Ray Bracy there up to 2nd. Ty McIntosh hunting both of them down. We're on board with Dallas and a headshot cam. We only see the top 3/4 of his head or so, but looks like he's got a projector of the broadcast there on the left side of his head.
Black flag for Alcas has been cleared, so he should be good to go now.
Very good, very good. And out of the last corner, there is Myhan. No
Look
VR
now.
for him.
3rd place.
Yeah, we got a bit of a battle here brewing. James Watson also coming. He has gained a few spots there up into the 4th position. I think Daniel Gore there just trying to take it easy. I wouldn't be surprised if he is just chilling back there in the 8th position currently.
And excuse me, guys, it does look like Alcas did serve it. That's why it got cleared. It wasn't cleared by race control.
A jump start probably for the driver of the 89 there, but looking at the weather here, we do have quite a bit of a 106-degree track temp. It's pretty hot here. I was seeing in practice it's about 135 or somewhere thereabouts, so quite a bit cooler here in half number 2, but battle for 2nd brewing there between the teammates of Bracy and McIntosh. Starting to distance themselves from that number 39 just a little bit. Oh, Myhan, bit of a problem. I think he got sideways there out of the oval section. That's going to open the door for Bracy and McIntosh.
Oh,
Racy around easy. Oh, as I say that, too much beans for the 7. He's still trying to collect it. And all of a sudden, we got a 4-car scrap for the lead. James Watson looking pretty. Oh, trouble there. Watson in the side of McIntosh. He's going to turn him sideways.
Couple issues there. 19 also had an issue. I'll have to go back. We have a couple things. I'm seeing Austin Beers, Aaron Evans, and of course Ty McIntosh there we saw. Oh, it's Danny G. Contact with the 19, and around goes the 19.
Almighty, so much going on there. Yeah, Gore to the side of Beers. That's why he was going off. And Watson and McIntosh. Oh my goodness, big move for Gore, and just that was a send and a half. And Lord have mercy. Aaron Evans having his own little issue over there, and we had an issue there with Watson and McIntosh. Watson making a move on Ty, and right here, just into the side of the 10, pitches him sideways once, twice. Finally gets himself pitched around there, and we got plenty of chatter on the radio, Carlos. It's starting to get spicy in here.
I can definitely expect that, yeah.
Order the Diablo sauce from Taco Bell.
That last lap, and the start of this one, I can definitely see some a lot of spicy people out there.
But we'll see how race control decides to call the incidents that we've seen. But through it all, Ray Bracey has got the lead. He's got a 2.3 second lead over James Watson, who's been at the center of some of it. Dallas Mayan back to third. Saw him get all sorts of sideways before all the other things started happening here. Darren Staff there back in the 4th position. He's almost had the cleanest race of them all so far. He started there, and he's currently running there. Then going back through the field a little bit, here's Capuano, then Jones, then Gore. AJ Vasseur back there in 8th, Ty McIntosh in 9th, and Gilberto Javier Gamera there in 10th, who's had a pretty clean race, I think. I don't think anyone's yelled at Gilly yet.
Yeah, respectable.
Here's
half
Beers.
one. Or trio 1. Or actually, trio 1.
There's Beers around the outside of Zach Evans, so Beers is going to take the 11th position. Some grass being kicked up here out of the last corner. Couple of very angry drivers here in the back, so I'm sure that will provide us some action as we get through the field. I think if somehow, some way the 19 can get back to Daniel Gore, we might see a bit of fireworks there, but either way, we got 25 laps for something to happen, and Gilberto Javier Gamera trying to stay out of it, trying to stay neutral, and a bit of an bit of a scrap here, though. The best friends get into it, Capuano and Kynan Jones. Kynan Jones is going to be the big loser of that one.
And so is Gilly. Or something also happened to Gilly at the same time.
Lord have mercy. Everything is happening here in half number 2. 24 laps to go. James Watson, he is leaving tire tracks behind the 39 car. And, well, we got our trusty intervals here at the bottom of the screen. As always, green is good and red is bad. So lap 8, Watson just ever so slightly slower than Ray Bracey.
Oh, Staff just got to 3rd. Overtook his teammate in Dallas Mayan.
Well, we still got plenty happening on the radio here, and through it all, Ray Bracey, I believe he's, I hope he's got a mute button, because he's got a 2-second lead over here of James Watson, and doing a nice job of just controlling the race and making smooth laps here at this goofy little roval. You see Darren Staff, Dallas Mayan there in the back, Daniel Gore there, 11.5 seconds behind, and it's not been a smooth race for the driver of the 69. He's ran in the side of the 19, and I believe he was just involved in that last one with Kynan and Tom. So, didn't see if there was any damage on the 69, I believe.
It might just be
Not
cosmetic.
a whole lot. Going to drive through the field now, but on board here with James Watson, and he's back and forth with that interval to the leader.
Yeah, but that last
He
lap
was
was
about
huge.
half-
Oh, Darren's crashed.
Oh, wow.
What
That's
happened
a
to
big one for
Darren's
the
staff?
driver of the 45, and oh, he's into the side of Vasseur too, almost getting turned by. It's getting worse for Darren here, but we'll check the replay and see what happened. I think he
Oh no!
was losing on the curb. Yep.
Pero le dio un
Same exactly
montón de
this time.
frijoles.
Yeah, and then he struggled to get it back going here as he was under attack from right in the side of AJ and gets passed by Austin Beers as well.
Oh, and there goes Danny G into third place now.
Yep, 10 seconds is the gap. He's got 21 seconds to run them all down, so we'll see if the driver of the 69 can do it.
Okay, Microsoft Teams, you don't need to interrupt me to say that you need my precise location. You don't need my precise location.
One second is the gap between these two up here at the front, and Watson might catch Bracy there. What's that going to do for Daniel Gore? That might expedite his trip up to the lead if they start to get fighting up here, but well, let's see what happens. It's about 9/10 of a second now through the last bits of the stadium section here for Watson and Bracy. That 7 is starting to move around a lot under braking and kind of under acceleration. I think the rear tires might be just a little bit screamy on the rear of that 7 car. Daniel Gore definitely starting to track these two down just a little bit. Looks like Ray is a little bit stronger under braking, but I think under most acceleration zones, the 39 might be a little bit quicker. So it'll be interesting to see how that kind of plays off into the strengths and weaknesses of how each of these drivers are attacking this course. But 0.6 of a second, I think whatever James is doing, he is making that gap definitely a little bit smaller lap by lap. We're going to go on board with him right now. And he is swatting flies in there, but driving that thing under braking. It is so tight. These things will not stop, and you got to do everything you can. Stomp on that brake and don't overdo it, because if you overshoot these corners, it's going to be a bad time for you. But James doing a good job hopping over the corners, hopping over the curbs lap after lap, and it's got to really keep your focus here.
I gotta say, what
Ray
a
doing
season.
a good job of.
What a season for Ray Bracy. I think this is the third or fourth week in a row, racing week in a row, that he's contending for a win.
Yeah, definitely. I think the association with the Redux racing crew is definitely helping Ray there. You can definitely see the progress in the driver of the 7. Might be the most he's made over the last few seasons, but he's got a mirror full of the brightest car on track here, that 39. And James Watson is a driver who does know how to road course race, so he's going to be a driver that will probably know how to do the little tricks like filling up the mirrors and moving under braking and stuff like that. So 16 laps to go here, and plenty of time for anybody up in the top 3 or beyond to make a mistake. Great battle here up at the lead. We got a battle brewing back for about 6th place as well. Beers and Staff are going at it.
You said 6? There it is.
Daniel Gore not catching
Yeah, is he? Wait,
probably as quick as.
is he losing time?
I'm not sure. It's kind of steady right now, but I think that's just aggregate time on oval and road course and how it works. Yeah, he is he is a little bit quicker lap after lap, about a half a second quicker.
Gore is definitely catching, as you're mentioning. Watson lost almost a second there in that last half of the lap.
Something big happened to the driver, the 39 here, but Gore is going to have to get through two of them if he wants to win another half here, and he's going to have to get through Watson and Bracy. Bracy, of course, we've seen him. We know he's going to fight for his life, for everything he's got. But he's going to do it respectfully. 14 more laps here. Kind of spread them out here just a little bit at the second half of Mexico.
How about we go on board with Trio 1 winner for one lap and see how he approaches it as he catches up?
I think that's a great idea. We'll see his braking points and maybe get some tips and tricks and see how the track control is doing its job here. Final corner.
He just kind of pitches the car there.
Yep, that final stadium section definitely slow and clumsy. Not what these stock cars want to do at all. And, well, really, most of this track's not what stock cars want to do. Right turns is typically not what they're set up for. Even the bodies are skewed all to the left. But they are fun to watch here, and what a great historic track for this to happen at. As we mentioned, we went here last season for the left-turning oval version of the Speedway, and track that races quite a bit like the Milwaukee Mile, or maybe even New Hampshire Motor Speedway, but fun little place to be. And had a little bit of a twist to it. It is essentially a road course now, but it is a true roval thereabouts. Gap between Gore and the lead now down to 4.8 seconds, so it is rapidly decreasing at this point. He is locked in, I think, and it is green every single lap for Gore at this point, and by quite a bit too. We're talking half a second and beyond. So it's really not a matter of if he's going to catch him at this point. It's really a matter of when he's going to catch Watson and how much fight does Watson put up with that 69. But definitely, I think both of them are going to put up a pretty big fight because Watson has not won the season. Neither has Ray Bracy. So both of them are going to want to try to get that with 10 laps to go and short laps here, 0.5 of a second there for Gore. The last time it's almost 4 seconds even for that gap between Ray and Daniel Gore. I don't know if we have a rear camera from the 39, but if we do, let's pull up that one. We'll be able to, yeah, there we go. We'll see what James is about to see in his mirror. He's got a very fast approaching green and white number 69. Under 0.4 of a second, or under 4 seconds is the gap between Gore and the race lead in Ray Bracy now, so about to have a battle for the second position.
the longer that Gore takes to catch and possibly pass Watson, the easier that's going to be on Bracy. As you mentioned, these are only 43, 44 second lap times. The last lap that the leader ran was a 44.2, as you can see right there, 2.8. So relatively quick laps. Gore needs to get past Watson, I would say, maybe like a lap or two ago. So he's got if he wants to have a good chance at getting that win, getting that lead from Bracy, he needs to go and make the pass now, as he thought about it.
Yeah, you can see it in our camera here. That is a lot of the front of the 69 there. He is there. Going to be a matter of when he wants to make the pass here. Going through the oval, going to be a little bit harder than probably going into turn 3 braking here. But here comes Gore on the inside. I think Gore just has so much more grip right now in that 69. He's going to essentially drive around on the bottom side of the racetrack and take it before they even get to turn number 3. Under braking, no issue there for Gore. And sure enough, give him the second position. Now 2.5 seconds is the gap up to Ray Bracy. Can Daniel Gore drive or run down his teammate and take his second win of the night here? I'd say, can he? Yes. Will he? Well, we'll have to see. 6 laps to go here. Start finish line for this layout is essentially right out of the last corner. So probably going to get everything that we have, or everything that Ray Bracy has. He's going to throw it out on the line right here, and we'll see what that is. Daniel Gore racing for a regular season championship. Ray Bracy sideways. He is giving it everything right now. Last time by, Daniel Gore exactly 1/10 of a second quicker, just about, than Daniel Gore. You can see Bracy has picked up the pace. Gore, I think, also was passing James Watson that last lap. So what is it this time by? 2 seconds is the gap. 0.6 of a second, 0.7 of a second, really? Daniel Gore is flying. Five laps to go here. We're gonna have a battle for the lead. When is it gonna be? Is it gonna be 3 laps to go? Is it gonna be 2 laps to go? But you can see Daniel Gore is essentially cutting the track at all the right spots. That interval on the left side of the screen getting smaller each corner, just about.
Oh, we somehow missed it. Zach Evans had to go down pit road. He had a meatball flag.
Oh, Lord have mercy. What happened to Zach?
He's been in pit road for a couple minutes now. Let's see if I can quickly see what happened. All right, I'm going to pull up the multicam. It's going to be on the top of the screen. Let's go see what happened. We got the replay on now. Oh, no. Just did not slow down quickly enough and hit that wall real hard.
Yep, that'll do it. It might be a tire wall, but it certainly is not soft. Through the field, I think this is our best and maybe only real battle at the moment here for the lead. 0.8 of a second is the gap. 3 laps to go. We don't have a lot of time here at the Mexico Roval. Ray Bracy, he's looking for his first win of the season. First win in a while for the driver of the 7. He's going to have to give it everything he's got here through the stadium section. Half of a second. That 69 is just so good under braking. He gains about a 1/10 to a 1/10.5 each time they have the hard braking section. But Ray is a pretty good through this second half of the stadium section. Back on the power. About 0.7 of a second is the gap. A little bit quicker was Daniel Gore through that section. 2 laps to go here. And it's a battle between teammates. Gore has many wins this season. Ray has none. Will Daniel Gore give his teammate a break here? Gore is fighting with Ty McIntosh. Another Redux car for that regular season championship. He needs the points for the win. Oh, sideways is Daniel Gore. Is that the mistake that's going to cost him the win? Be through the last corner of the stadium section here. How good can Ray get on the power? I'd say pretty good, but I think Daniel Gore was pretty good as well. Final lap here at Mexico. Another issue for Zach Evans. He's around in the stadium section, but not going to be of consequence to the battle here for the lead. Ray Bracey, it's 0.3 of a second.
Oh, in the wall.
Oh, Gore in the wall just a little bit into the hard braking zone, turn 3. Gore going to cut the corner just a little bit. What's he going to do? Ray's going to go defensive. Gore around the outside. Is he going to make a crossover? Yes, he is. What's he going to do? Side by side through the last corner. Ray's going to out the inside. Can he get on the power? Yes, he can. Is he going to be able to do it? They might be side by side, but out of the last corner, it's going to be Ray Bracey for his first win of the season. Wow.
I can't believe it. What a fantastic last couple corners for both Ray Bracey and Danny G. And Bracey did it. You know, not to rough up his teammate a little bit. They both kind of leaned in on each other, but you know, that's perfectly acceptable.
Yep, a good piece of driving between them two. Daniel Gore comes from position number 10 to take the victory, and Ray Bracey, he comes from third. Or Daniel Gore comes from position number 10 to take second. Excuse me. Ray Bracey comes from third to take the victory. James Watson holds on for third there. McIntosh fourth. And then Austin Beers with the top 5 there in half number 2.
Now we have a 10-minute break. Good time for us to go through the half 2 results and our trio 2 results. And then, I don't know if we have a chance to... I don't think we got the trio 1 winner, did we?
No, I don't think we actually have either of them in the Discord, so that would be a bit of an issue that would need to be resolved, but... Let's go ahead and roll up the half 2 results here, and it's going to be right. This is such a cool view, though, right here, right behind the stadium section. Love that view. It's going to be Ray Bracey with the win in half number 2, Daniel Gore in second there. So perfect night for Redux as far as the team points go in half number 2, and they were first and fifth in half number 1, so. Racking them up pretty well. James Watson third, Ty McIntosh fourth, Austin Beers comes home with fifth, AJ Vasseur with a 6th place. Didn't talk about him a whole lot, but he had a pretty relatively clean race for the rookie driver and exactly what he needs to do for tonight. Darren Staff 7th, Ty Alcus 8th, Thomas Capuano 9th, Kynan Jones 10th, Aaron Evans in 11th, Gilberto Javier Gamero 12th, Dallas Myhand 13th, Zach Evans 14th, and none of the rest of the drivers started the half number 2. Adam Peeler, Dylan Thomas, Neil Rutt, and Dave Carpenter.
All right.
So we do have about 8 minutes left here. So yeah, I don't see any of the Redux drivers in the Discord at the moment. So why don't we go ahead and just take a break here until we get half number 3 underway, and we'll go ahead and interview our 2 race winners at the end of the night.
Sounds good. We'll be right back here with trio number 3.
Let's.
All right, guys, change of plans. They were able to get through security. Turns out they did not have their credentials. But Cam, go ahead and take it away. Whichever one you want to take on first.
Yeah, they did finally let him through security. He cleared him in customs or whatever, and they told him to put the gun away. But half 1 winner, half 2 2nd place, Daniel Gore. No surprise here that you're doing pretty well in the rights and the lefts, but tell us about how the track's driving tonight, and tell us about your races so far.
An interesting one. It's more so the second race than the first, but it's weird. Despite the track temp, and maybe it's got something to do with the low amount of air we all got tonight up here. The car's super planted. Like, it's been a while since I remember these cars in particular being like this planted on a road course. And in the first race, I obviously put it on pole. Didn't really have much else to do other than that. Second race, we had a couple tangles, but mostly okay. Me and Beards made contact, and he tried to say that I was a little egregious there, but I mean, I'm perfectly alongside him going into the corner, so I don't really think I did anything wrong. I couldn't have gone much lower than that. And then the whole thing with Kynan and Tom, and unfortunately it was just a little bit too little to get Bojo at the end there, but we had fun. It was good.
Yeah, and tell us about that battle there with Ray in half number 2. You caught him and had a nice little scrap there to finish out that second trio.
Oh yeah, Bojo is one of my favorites to race, and it's awesome having him as a teammate. So we had fun at the end. I just wish I had one more lap. I think that's all I really needed there at the end. But no, I'm happy he managed to get it. I'm happy the team managed to get 2, and we'll see if we can get a 3rd.
All right, well, we'll let you go. Any sponsors or shout-outs?
Only one I want to thank tonight is Nate Hall for not killing me.
All right, well, good luck out there in half number 3, and I believe, well, you'll be starting in 9th place, I believe, so good luck from there.
Thank you.
Hello.
What an excellent sound clip to come into, Ray. You might know better than I do here. I was trying to do stat guy and find your last win. I believe it's 2025. I believe it was May 2025 at Watkins Glen.
It was Watkins Glen, yeah. I don't remember. The
Okay.
date. Yeah. This is a truck race. I
Well-
mostly remembered for what I did the second race. Where I accidentally killed Zach.
Well,
But we don't talk about
385 days later, you do it again here at another road course.
that. Not expecting.
Not-
with Danny G here. Not expecting.
Yeah. Tell us about that. That was a pretty fun little battle there.
Yeah, I mean, I got to start the race pretty high up, started in 3rd, and got past Aaron quickly, and then battled with Dallas for a little bit before I got past him. And then, yeah, it was smooth sailing for me that whole race. I just had to lock in and do the best I could. I knew in practice I didn't have the pace the other guys did. I didn't get a lot of seat time here. It still feels very weird to me, honestly. I still don't feel like I've mastered it, but yeah, I was doing the math in my head. I saw Dan was in 3rd place, and he was about 10-ish seconds from me, and that was about 20 laps to go. And he had a pace of about half a second a lap to me. So I was like, man, this is going to be perfectly at the last lap if that math is correct. And then slightly off, he got to me on the second last lap, but then I played some mind games where I kind of spooked him as he was going to a turn, made him hit a rumble strip. So that gave me a little bit of a buffer. Hopefully that wasn't my fault that he did that. But and then the last lap, yeah, I mean, in the stadium section, I was like, I know he's gonna go for the dive. Who wouldn't? So I just covered the inside, and then he saw I was all the way left, so he tried going out, and then I just did the best I could there. That was like my weakest part of the track too, and I held out just long enough. I got the line I needed to get out into the back stretch or front stretch, and then yeah, once I cut him off on the right before the line, or right before the last turn, I knew I had it, and I won't say this is my most deserved win because yeah, he was able to catch me from like 15, 20 seconds back. But you know what? Damn it, a win's a win, and I got it. It's my second win in OSCA, and I'm gonna hold it high forever. So it was a lot.
Yeah, I
of fun.
mean, one of the things I learned a few times is because I pull up stats all the time in Sim Racer Hub is once it's there, it's there. I mean, it's not going away. So yeah, you got a dub, and it's yours forever to keep. So yeah, first.
They rarely happen for me in league races, and I'm super happy about it. Can't thank Danny enough. You know, he helped. He's one of the people who helped me learn the track and with Ty and the Redux boys, and yeah, it's
Well,
that's all I got.
odd as you did the first time around, you're going to be back there in 10th. Now with the most knowledge of the track you've had all night, how are you going to get up to the front and make it 2 in a row?
Pray.
Hell yeah.
I gotta hope, I don't know, Austin goes for a dive bomb or something, or Ty's been having really bad luck, and I felt bad last race because I was kind of getting squirrely as I was getting past Dallas. And I indirectly led to his little incident, but yeah, I bet Ty's gonna win the next race. He's kind of like super pissed off right now. So anybody who's in his way, you're getting no mercy. So I'll be happy just to ride honestly top 10. But if I can get the top 5, I feel like I believe I can do it. I just gotta stay consistent, which is really hard. I didn't expect everybody else to be so good at this tonight. Usually everybody hates these. So.
All right. Well, we got about, I think probably have about a grid time of 2 minutes here. Any shout outs before we let you go back, get in the car?
Like I said before, Redux guys, awesome group of guys. You spot me every now and then, so I want to thank you for all the stuff you do, just voluntarily. Not tonight, but yeah, in general. My beautiful wife, Elisa, who is she's probably asleep right now. She's definitely not watching this, but I'll show it to her after. And yeah, check out my YouTube channel, Bojo Racing, where you can watch people fail at iRacing. It's fun. It's got some highlights too, but yeah, most people watch it for the funny bits. So I gotta get going. It's grid time, but thank you so much for having me.
All right. Good luck out there in trio number 3, and go kick some ass.
Thanks, bud.
All right, we got a minute left here in the trio of tonight. Third trio of the night. 32 more laps to settle the Mexico City round, our second one of the season. But Kynan Jones, he'll be your poster next to Thomas Capuano. The two best friends are right next to each other, as they should be. Ty Alcas and Darren Staff will be row number 2. AJ Vassier will start in 5th next to Austin Beers. Ty McIntosh and James Watson, row number 4. Aaron Evans and Gilberto Javier Gamera will be your top 10. I feel like that's a bit wrong. In the back half of the grid should be Austin Beers, Ty McIntosh, James Watson, Jan Gore, Ray Bracey will be your up to the 10th position. Aaron Evans, Gilberto Javier Gamera, Dallas Myhand, Zach Evans, Adam Peeler. Believe Adam Peeler's not here, so Zach Evans will be P14, the last driver on the grid.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's acting like that. It could just be glitches because of the 3 races.
Not a problem for the... Well, I'm an IT person. I handle tech issues every day, but here we go. Another green flag. Third of the night, last of the night. How are they going to handle it? We saw some big moves already from Ty McIntosh around the outside. He's going to go 3 wide in turn 1. Not a whole lot of grip there on the outside, but not a whole lot of grip on the inside. Even more, James Watson got the grass and was all sorts of sideways. Got it collected, and up here, up at the front, Kynan Jones, Thomas Capuano, they have not ran into each other, which is good to see. Dallas Myhand way out wide there. How is his entry going to be back onto the racetrack? 3 wide for him. Not going to be an issue. He technically didn't even take the racing surface there, but not going to be a problem, I don't think, for anyone. And half number 1 will be complete. Conan Jones leads it over Thomas Capuano. Ty Alcus there in third. Staff and Beers round out the top 5. AJ Vassier there in the 6th position. Getting a great taste of OSCA action tonight from some of the best. He's got McIntosh, Gore, Bracey behind him, James Watson, and Beers around him. Some of the best in OSCA that have done it. And learning from some big names, but currently Conan Jones leads them all by 0.8 of a second. Thomas Capuano had a bit of a controversial moment last race, but he does have his moments where he does figure out how to do the rights and the lefts together, and this half 3 might be just that time. That is actually not going to be the case at all, and that might be one of the worst commentator's curses ever, again, as the instant I say something good about Tom, he looped it and ran it rear first into the wall there in turn number 1. So Lord have mercy, but he gets it going. No caution here.
I wonder if race control thought about it though.
I think he just you can see how late he was entering the corner compared to everyone else. Everybody else was about a car width to a car width and a half below there. And either way, going to be just a penalty on him with the damage he got from that. But here is Alcus and Staff currently going at it for the 2nd position behind race leader Conan Jones. Ty Alcus so far has had a quiet night with a 6th and an 8th place to his credit. So if he were to be able to stay here and get a 2nd place, that'd be a pretty good run for the driver who got his first win earlier in the season at the Slinger Speedway. Our race winners of the night, Daniel Gore up to 7th, Ray Bracey up to 9th. So both of them so far only gaining 1 spot on their starting position. Plenty of time to go here, and as we have seen, that to 45 is all sorts of sideways. I was having some flashbacks of race number 1 there for Darren, and he has not gotten it under control there. Rear tires are screaming for mercy, but I think finally some semblance of control there for Darren, getting it underway. Battle for around the 5th position here, looking from the rear of Vassier. You can see the 69 of Gore. You can see McIntosh and James Watson back there in frame.
Also, want to give
I
want to give a congratulations to actually AJ Vassier. Locked up the OSCA Lights Championship for 2026A this Tuesday.
Yeah, I believe at this track too. So he's probably had some laps, and I think he's going to overcook turn 1 just a little bit, but not too terribly bad, I don't think. Going to get a lesson on road course racing here from one of the best to have ever done it in OSCA, and overcooks that one just a little bit. He's going to cross him over. What a way to learn from road course racing than to just go out there and have some fisticuffs with them. Shades back to 2001 in the Brazilian Grand Prix when we saw Montoya take it to Schumacher in his 2nd race ever or something like that, and would have actually won the race if not for it was some back marker. I can't really remember what it was, but had actually just gotten in the way, and Montoya ran him over and killed his car. So I believe we saw it later in the season, Montoya's first win. but probably should have came a lot earlier than it would have, because Montoya in his early years was definitely showing the aggressive, fiery nature that we would come to see of him really throughout his entire career. And we've got some fisticuffs here between Vasseur and Gore. Gore has not been able to do anything with AJ just yet, and actually quite surprised. AJ is putting up a valiant effort for the winningest driver in OSCA history on the road courses. Has obviously delayed his progress through the field quite a bit, which I'm sure that the likes of Kynan Jones and company up there are quite enjoying there. Ooh, I think we're about to, oh, that's going to be some contact. Vasseur keeps it under him, and there was definitely netcode there, but that would have been contact regardless. And Lord have mercy, they are getting physical here out of the last quarter. 23 laps to go. Plenty of time to wreck them. We can calm them down just a little bit, but quite a lot of action here in OSCA, as we are used to, and you typically see it in the second halves, and in this case the third halves, where the action picks up even more. Vasseur is trying everything he can to keep that 69 behind him, overcook the corner just a little bit, and it's only a matter of time. I think at this point it's going to be right here. Yep, he's going to turn him.
Can only hold up a fast man so many laps.
And Vasseur gets going again, and I think that you can say what you want about that one, but it's yeah, I mean, I would agree with you, Carlos. You can only hold him back so long, and then AJ did a great job of holding him back, but part of the radio, AJ was like, yeah, that was my fault, and I think he knew the assignment. I think he was going to.
Got some homework to do now.
Yeah, AJ's. I call that a good learning opportunity for him, and I mean, not a lot of people can say that they've held Daniel Gore back on a road course for 2 laps anywhere. So AJ coming out here into the Rio Grande Mexican Girl Cup Series, and absolutely just showing some fire already. So hopefully he's got some plans for next season to be here, because I'm sure that we won't see the last of him. But we do have a battle for the second place brewing up. Darren Staff and Ty Alka's going at it. Starting to lose my voice there a little bit, but hopefully I can get 21 more laps out of it. Two cars joining him as well. We have someone has overcooked there. That is Thomas Capuano, that is 2 laps down. He was
He's had some issues
drilling
today.
there and outside of the the last corner. I'm a little confused because I just saw it like nose of a race car and then a whole bunch of smoke. Let's go on board here with Darren Staff. He is working over the 89 lap after lap, and I think it's only a matter of time before he gets him.
Yeah,
Here's Beers on Staff here, coming for the 3rd position. So Darren Staff, he was looking on Ty Alcaster a lap ago, but now he's going to lose the position to Austin Beers. I think Austin Beers, if you were to ask him coming into a road course event, a 3rd and a 5th, he would probably take all day, every day. So currently running in 3rd, trying to go for a 3rd, a 5th, and a 3rd. Of course, 18 laps to go here. Kynan Jones just around into turn number 1. Of course, checking the progress of our race winners. Daniel Gore back in position number 5. He is 6 seconds behind the race leader, and Ray Bracey position number 8. He is 10.5 seconds behind the race leader, so not making as much progress yet is the half 2 winner, but plenty of laps to go here for him to get somewhere. Someone we've not talked about in a good light very much is the driver behind Ray Bracy there in the 6 car. That's Zach Evans. He's having the best run he's had tonight so far, and well, hopefully I don't send him off in the wall or something with the curse, but right now having a solid run there in position number 9 for the driver of the 6. Laps do quick by pretty quickly here at this Mexico Roval. About 44 second lap times. Oh, Zach, a little bit sideways there on that curb. We've seen plenty of issues on that particular one, and almost had another one there, but kept it under him. And Zach going to be running the little 500 here on Sunday, running the sprint cars at the Slinger Speedway, 500 laps there, which sounded crazy enough for me to want to do it as well. So yours truly will also be at that event. I'm sure I'm going to flip and hit something pretty hard, I'm sure, but I'll give it a go. I've never really done the sprint car before. Excited to see how that goes. I've had a lot of people tell me I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but that's kind of how I like to do things. "15 laps to go here. Daniel Gore's gap to the lead is now 4.2 seconds. Still kind of Jones over now. Austin Beers into the 2nd position. It's about a second between those two. So Gore's got to get through Staff, Alcus, Beers before he gets to Kynan Jones in the lead. Yeah, I can think at least a couple of those drivers are going to be staunchly defending that position. Darren Staff a little loose out of the last corner. I think that's going to make Gore's traverse around him a little bit easier. Not into turn 1 for the 69. It's going to have to be into turn number 3, perhaps. Ray Bracy catching James Watson just a little bit. Who battle for the lead here? Austin Beers has caught the 85 of Kynan Jones. Going to make a big move in the stadium section. Watch out for the switchback, but I think actually first in OSCA history here, perhaps. Austin Beers leading a lap at a road course. Darren Staff is using up the rear tires on that 45, but sure enough, at the line, it is going to be Austin Beers leading the lap, getting around Kynan Jones, and did it the old-fashioned way, just caught him and passed him. So Kynan Jones having some traction issues in that 85 machine. We'll see if Ty Alcus is also able to do something with him, but oh, Darren Staff, I think he was all sorts of sideways back there. Daniel Gore obviously able to make the move, but he is right there in frame. I think Ray Bracy might have had an issue as well. He's lost a couple. Oh, yep, Ray Bracy had a bit of a half spin. He's lost a couple spots, so move him back to the 10th position. Daniel Gore on a mission. He is by far the fastest car on the track right now. If we have the interval meter, I think it would be very green for that 69. He has caught these top 3 and 12 laps to go. Plenty of time to do something with them. Daniel Gore making a move on the inside of Alcus there. There is the interval meter between Beers and Gore. Very much. Oh, Alcus into the side of Gore there. That knocked him back to almost Darren Staff once again, but go back and watch what happened there.
Alright, I'm gonna have to pull it up on the second feed. Just give me a second as that mouse is not. There we go.
Yeah, it kind of looked like, I hate to say, or we even have watched anything of it, but I hate to say, but I think Daniel had what he got the same move to him that was made to AJ Vasseur. Oh, Darren Staff around Daniel Gore too. Daniel is having a bit of an issue here with 11 laps to go.
Excuse me, that was the wrong replay. This is the right one.
Yep, that was the issue with Vasseur earlier. I think we're lap 21 or something is where the issue with Alcas was. We can cue that up.
Let me. I will have to do it manually. It was so light, it didn't trigger anything on both of my feeds. So let me just go ahead and cue that up manually so I can get that for you.
Interesting. Well, Hi Racing doing that thing again, but 9 laps to go here. Austin Beers leads Kynan Jones by about 0.8 of a second now. Dallas Mayan has retired from the event. Ty Alcas and Daniel Gore going at it once again. These two are banging doors and bumpers and everything else they got. I think Ty Alcas, you'd have to think he's running a little bit of defense for his teammate right now. We've seen these TFM cars just work so well with each other at so many different types of racetracks and scenarios. I think we might have a couple of things to watch a little bit further on back for maybe Zach Evans and Ray Bracey. Oh, yep, we have a spin for Gilberto Javier Gamera. He was having a pretty good scrap there with Ray Bracey and Zach Evans. Thankfully, Zach not having the commentator's curse yet, but Ray Bracey up to the 8th position. Daniel Gore has finally gotten around Ty Alcas and gotten himself up into 3rd. Here's Darren Staff on Ty Alcas for 4th, and Darren Staff gonna make it relatively easy for the driver of the 45. Got 6 laps to go here. The gap back to 3rd is now 4 seconds.
I think I got
Daniel Gore
this.
in
It really
third
wasn't
position.
much.
Just a bit of a tippy tap there, and we got 5 laps to go. We got Gilly in the interview waiting room. I think we have time to go ahead and pop him in here.
Let's go ahead and bring him on up.
Gilly, Cam in the booth, you got a copy?
Hey guys, I got you.
All right. Well, you were having a pretty good scrap there with Ray and Zach, and just kind of lost it out of the last corner there. But tell us about your night.
Yeah, it was honestly, I just struggled a little bit with the starts. I just didn't feel that comfortable on cold tires, and as soon as the guys dive bombed me, I kind of just was stuck in that spot. And once I got comfortable with the track, it was really easy to kind of make lap times. So passing was really hard, but overall, it was a fun track. It was a fun night. Racing was actually pretty good, apart from me sending it to the grandstand for no reason. But overall, I had a fun night.
Yeah, and well, definitely, I think it was pretty fun for us up in the booth, up here in the booth as well. Lots of action and a lot of wildness going on. We're going to Gateway next week. How are you feeling about that one?
Gateway shouldn't be too bad. It's one of those other tracks I struggle at a little bit, but I feel like I can find some decent pace there. Just gotta take it easy and just try to maybe build up a few more points if I even get any points in this race. But yeah, it should. Gateway's always a fun track. Should be fun next week as well.
All right, we got the laps to go here in the race. Before we let you go, any sponsors or shoutouts?
Just shout out to Weekend Woodsman for hopping on board this season again. James Watson for picking me up on his team for the season. Shout out to Vic for putting the league together. Shout out to you guys for always making the broadcast enjoyable. And I didn't get to say anything last week, but shout out to Cal Bush and his family, thinking about them after the tragic loss, and hopefully that they can pull through.
All right, well, appreciate you talking to us, Gilly. And good luck next week.
Thank you. See you guys later.
All right, you heard from Gilberto Javier Gamero. We had a battle for second that was pretty spicy there with Daniel Gore and Cotton Jones. Daniel Gore has gotten the position away. It's 2 laps, 2 seconds is the gap between Beers and Gore. I'm not really sure if he's going to be able to make that up there. We might see the first road course win for the driver of the 19 if he can get around here one more time. We know that Daniel is going to be probably making a qualifying lap here, but does he just have, I don't know if he has enough racetrack to be able to do it. It's going to have to be a perfect lap and then some issues for Austin. It's good through 1 and 2 here. We're on board with Gore. 2.5, but yeah, Beers has pretty clear track through this section of the racetrack, and there he goes. I think the first hard braking zone out of the way. It's going to be very close, but I think he's just going to come up short. Issue there for Ty McIntosh. He's going to fall out of the top 5 back to the 7th, 8th, 9th, maybe 10th position if he can't get going there, but out of the last corner. It's going to be close, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be another win of the season for Austin Beers here at the 3rd race in Mexico City. Daniel Gore comes home in 2nd. Kynan Jones 3rd. Darren Staff 4th. There's Ty Alkus 5th. James Watson out of the final corner. Ray Bracey will come home in 7th. Zach Evans 8th. Ty McIntosh, unfortunately, falls all the way back to the 9th position with that issue with.
And I think he had some help.
And we'll see
Maybe
if that
not.
is the case. No, he just lost it, and there was a wall there. Just killed all momentum he had.
It just so happened around the same time that 2 other drivers may have cut the course or gotten an off track, so that's why he grouped them all together. And tonight's Tres Ganadores.
And there are your 3 race winners: Beers, Bracey, and Gore. Doing burnouts on the front stretch. It'll be very interesting to see how the points look after tonight, and we will have our chase field set. So I don't believe, I don't know if we have any official word on that from the powers at B, but or powers that be, but maybe we can get a word from Vic Bloom as they do their celebratory burnouts here. We're going to let them do that, get their thoughts collected, and take a short little break here before we get your final interviews of the night, and back shortly. All right, welcome back here to Mexico City. We've just concluded tonight's third of 3 races. Austin Beers came home with the win, and I'll ask about that winner in his interview here in a little bit here. But here's your results for the third race. Austin Beers over Daniel Gore. About 7/10 of a second was the final gap there. Kynan Jones in third, Darren Staff fourth, Ty Alcas fifth, James Watson 6th, Ray Bracey 7th, Zach Evans 8th, Ty McIntosh 9th, AJ Viscera 10th, Aaron Evans in 11th, Thomas Capuano 12th, Gilly, we talked to him in 13th, Dallas Myhan 14th, and then Peeler Thomas Ryan Carpenter did not actually start the event. So let's go ahead and get our third place finisher of half number 3 up here and take a get a word with him. Kynan, it's Cam in the booth. Got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I do.
All right. Well, a second, a 10th, and a third on the night of 3 races. We know you like the road courses of a certain variety. How did this one fit that? I guess like type that you like tonight.
I like turn 1 and turn 2, and the last corner, the stadium section. No, in this car, it was so boring. You couldn't really do much, and if you touch the curb, like what happened to Ty McIntosh in the first race when he was following me, just get on a wrong end. It'll just spit you off or launch your car up if you hit one of the sausages. Hate that part. But the track, or part of the track where you're actually running up by the wall, that was easily the best part of the track. But the not so fun part, oh, it was miserable.
Well, we saw you having some pretty good on-track battles out there tonight. So it looked like it was at least able to be racy a little bit, but you know, you're sitting there 7th in the points. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really. I tried to get something, but not really sure how the points are gonna work. Because I know the chase is kind of a random number that Vic's going to come up with. So you could be in the playoffs, or you could not be in the playoffs. I don't think anyone but Vic knows at the moment, but Either way, next week's Gateway. How you feeling about that one?
I love Gateway. I'd say it's one of my top 5 favorite ovals. So very happy to be going back there. Last time we ran it in OSCA, it was one of my better tracks. So that part I am excited for. Points wise, I haven't cared about points all season. I've just been running for fun. So if I'm in, I'm in. If I'm out, I'm out. Doesn't really matter. And quite frankly, the track was not as good as it may have seemed for racing. It was really, really difficult to pass.
All right. Well, before we let you go, any sponsors or shoutouts?
Free White Television, as we are on here live. If you are enjoying the stream or just want to support it, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Everyone in Race Control, everyone up here in the broadcast booth, everyone down at RK. Darren didn't have any forced feedback, so the fact that he was able to be competitive is a miracle, because if that was me, I would have died lap 1 easily. So nice work to them. Dallas didn't really have as good of a time. And the main sponsor on the car, Orca Conservation, there's multiple different organizations you can go to. So just look up Orca Conservation, and if you can, look into it, donate. Unfortunately, orcas can be mistreated, and especially with some aquariums that think of them more of a show, and in the wild, they can struggle to live. So just if you can, go show support to that.
Very good cause there. I'm always down for some animal conservation causes, so I definitely will check that out. But appreciate you taking some time to talk to us, Kynan, and good runs out there for you tonight. Hope to be talking to you next week.
Yeah, hopefully. I love the track and good at it, so I'm actually hopeful for once. So bring on Gateway.
All right, let's talk to the second place finisher, and got him here, Danny. We talked to you already, but the third race definitely provided a little bit more excitement. Bit of fisticuffs and close racing and some door banging and stuff went on there. Tell us about it.
Well, you saw it. We were, all of us were scrapping pretty hard there. It was a lot of fun, I will admit. It was tough to make the move here. There's not many opportunities to do it. Turn 1 is really just kind of, if they mess up and not a passing zone, and the only real passing zone really is that kind of stadium section. But I got almost wrecked by Darren, AJ, Alcus, but we made it out in the end. Once again, just like one lap too short, but I'll take first, second, and second any day. It was a very good night overall.
Yeah, I think we can assume you're going to be in the playoff situation. And as I told Kynan here just a minute ago, I don't. I mean, I know how it is, kind of, sort of, but I also don't know how it is. So we're going to roll the dice and just we're just going to roll in a Gateway with a smile on our face and hope for good vibes. How are you looking forward to Gateway?
I'm pretty. I'd say I'm decent at Gateway. I'd say I'm well. I don't have any experience in the Gen 6. This will be a new combo for me. But I have done it in the next gen, and I was pretty good in the next gen. So I think if you could be good in the next gen at any track, I think you can be good in a Gen 6. So I'd say I'm looking forward to it. The only thing that doesn't really please me is I know these next two are kind of in Beers' Eagles kind of wheelhouse, and I'm assuming they're also going to be in the playoffs. So we'll see. Well, I guess I don't even know if I'm in the playoffs, but if my math is correct, I think I might have won the regular season. So I hope I make it. We'll find out, I guess, later.
Yeah, we most certainly were. I was hoping we would get the points a little bit earlier than we did. We just got half one uploaded, so that's quite all right. But either way, before we let you go, any more sponsor shoutouts?
Once again, Nate Hall, my team, my friend Liam, I know he's watching. Let's see, Noah, I think he's not here. Well, I know he's not here, but I think he's watching. He's on his way to Ohio right now. And let's thank my girlfriend Sam.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and sure we will be next week.
Thank you.
All right. Before we bring up Austin here, got to say I think we had maybe a first in 3YTV history. Carlos, maybe you can confirm, but I believe it was Ty and Eric Ziegel's wife going at it in chat just a little bit, and I resisted the urge myself to say only on 3YTV with a little trademark symbol, but either way.
Yeah, I looked up and I saw
Love it.
some retracted messages. I wasn't sure if it was self-retracted or a moderator retracted it, but
Either way, keep it coming. We love that stuff here on 3YTV, and just shows you the passion of everyone, competitors and even friends of AMA alike. This stuff is it is pretty real. Well, Austin, I'm just gonna say, relish the moment. I mean, I kind of said it before you crossed the line, but you won a road course race. I think the laps you led there when you took the lead were the first laps you had led on a road course, maybe. But
Probably.
you got to win here. So, yeah, I mean, you got a third, a fifth, and a first here. I'd say a not bad night at all. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's definitely unexpected. I feel like this was the best road course that could have been on the schedule for me, just because it's short enough for me to realize that it's not a road course. But yeah, I'm shocked, but you know, when I was practicing earlier, I just kind of got a good feel for it, and then, you know, when you run 96 laps, I mean, I guess you get used to a racetrack, and I just started figuring out my markers, and yeah, I don't really know what I'm kind of lost for words, honestly. Didn't really expect to win tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You outlasted one of the best there in NEG, and I mean, it's like an oval that was dropped outside on a curb, really, on one end of the track there. But you know, it is enough of a road course where you can't just say it's an oval. I'd say you gotta do some road course stuff here. But I mean, yeah, the on-track product out there looked pretty good, and yeah, with the inverts, we saw a lot of action. But
Yeah, I was just kind of, when I got the lead over Kynan there, I saw my gap to Gore and was just kind of trying to hit consistent lap times. And with 5 to go, I just backed it down really hard just to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. And fortunately enough, I didn't make a mistake. And yeah, first road course win, and now we get to go to ovals for the rest of the year, and hopefully we can compete for a championship.
yeah, I was gonna say I was hoping to give you a better points update, but Commodore Vic-4 over here, I couldn't get them uploaded quick enough. So we still have one more to go, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna be in that Gateway and Iowa coming up. How are you feeling about those two?
I'm excited. I feel like Gateway is a track where you gotta, you know, lift early, let it roll through the center, and just you know, try to get maintain good speed through the center of the corner, and then Iowa I'm really excited about. That's just a fun you know, multi-group short track where it provides awesome racing. I think back in 22 or 2023, I was competing for the championship again, but it was against Gavel, and we put on a really good race. You know, just running side by side for the last 30 laps, and so yeah, just Iowa provides great racing, and hopefully Gateway does as well, and we'll just hopefully have 4 more good finishes to end the year.
All right, well, before we let you go. Well, actually, two things before we let you go. Before we get to the sponsors and the shout outs. Yeah, I think we have a. I wanted to probably put a bit of our time now to bring this up, but yeah, I think we have a first in 3 TV history of a driver's wife and a driver going at it in chat, which love to say that I love that. It's awesome. It's like
Passionate
NASCAR
sport.
right there.
Yeah, passionate sport.
Yeah, immediately thinking about like back when drivers' girlfriends were fighting back in the early 2000s, which was just peak NASCAR right there. But
Yeah.
either way, before I let you go, any sponsors or shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to everybody at Fence Line Motorsports. I'm excited to have Ziegel back next week. At least he didn't have to run a road course tonight, so good for him. Tom did something. I mean, he destroyed his car on lap like 4 of the 3rd race, but that's all right. He did good the other 2 halves, and Alkis he surprised me tonight, and I think he put some time in. Over the past few days in test sessions working on this road course. So, the commitment level was there for him and he ran pretty decent. So, other than that, I'll keep it short tonight. And, thanks to April for watching and shout out to Ty for finishing 9th in the 3rd half. He did really good.
All right. Appreciate you taking some time to talk to us, Austin. Congrats out there. A genuinely good run.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll be talking to you next week.
Appreciate it, guys. Ty, don't wreck me next week.
Lord have mercy. You love to see it. That's why we love 3xTV here. And that's why we love racing. And passionate sport it is. But I believe that is all we have for you guys. We got the results out of all halves, and gotta go ahead and thank Rio Grande Mexican Grill, Easy Motorsports, Brickhouse Graphics, Accelerated Cloud Solutions, and Pink Designs for bringing you this season of OSCA Racing. Thank you all so much, everyone in chat, everyone who watches us. I don't know, it might be 5 people, it might be 10, it might be 15. I don't know, whoever it is, if you watch us and support us and give us the love and time. And we do very much appreciate it. So we are coming to the end of the season. We got 2 more events to go, June 4th and June 11th. We've already mentioned them. It's Gateway. Gateway will be a doubleheader. And our Iowa finale will be a feature-length race, 282 laps there. That'll probably be a pretty long one. But, yep, from myself, from Carlos, and from everyone else at OSCA who brings you this racing every week, have a good night.